Do you have brains in your IPA? Hi, it's Brainmuffin back with another beer review, and this time it's one of mine. So it's only fair that I critically take a look at my own homebrew from time to time instead of just criticizing others. And this one was well shooken. Holy cow! This one actually traveled to my parents and back, and it shows. It's not infected, despite the unbelievable amount of it's just because I even have yeast sediment in it. It's not as clear as it should be. Holy cow. It did sit in the refrigerator for several days, so I'm very surprised that it is still that active in its comeuppance. So this is a beer that I've actually given to several people. It is on Untapped. It's Brain's Imperial IPA. This is actually technically version 1, which I did not put on the Untapped tag, and I'm sorry about that. I gave it a 3.25 because I believe I can do better. It's not that great. It's not bad either. It's kind of, for me, it's mediocre, but I'm also my own worst critic. And Toby is underneath chewing on something. Yeah, something that fell. So it's still kind of cold, so it's quite bitter. Let's see if I can get some more off of without it being so foamy. But yeah, this is definitely, when I've had this before, it is far clearer than this. The yeast, I didn't shake it up bringing it in here, so that's kind of strange. As you can see, it's not as clear as it should be. There's a lot of yeast disturbance there. But overall, it's not bad. It's got the aromas that you'd expect from an IPA. It's very foamy, obviously. It starts very citrusy. In fact, I don't know what that was, but that's what I get for eating in between stuff. And it's quite bitter when it's cold. It is one of these beers that when it gets closer to proper temperature, and I've had this sitting out for about 20 minutes and it's still not enough. I did notice that when I had this a couple weeks ago, it was fairly bitter when I started, and I don't know, halfway through, after it had warmed up for quite a bit, it got a lot better. There was a few more florals in there. It's kind of a combination of pine and others, and I'll blog about what the recipe is. I think I actually have. I don't have my notes in front of me, but if I remember correctly, it has a cluster in it, I think, but it doesn't have Cascade. But it does, I think I used Northern Brewer. Anyway, I'll put that in the description. I'll go look it up. But anyway, it's got a decent body to it. I used a 4-step mash in this, and I probably, next time I make this, I'm going to use maybe a 1-step, maybe at 155 degrees for an hour. I've been trying to get better mouthfeel in my beers and better alcohol. So I'm trying to get, it's one of these things. I've got the Grainfather, and it's, all grain brewing is not I'm not as proficient with it as I've been for extract. I mean, extract brewing I did for years and years and years, and I could just literally walk into a homebrew store, decide what I wanted to make right then, get all my grains, my hops, everything, knew how things blend. I knew what the extracts were like at the homebrew store, so I knew what to expect from it, and made very good beer that way. And I unlocked the badge. So homebrewed goodness, level 6. All right. So anyway, if you live in Cincinnati and you want to try this, I don't have a whole lot left, but I do have enough that I'm willing to figure out a way to get some to you. I have a couple people in Cincinnati that want some. In fact, one of them's my cousin. I got to get him some because he actually wants to cook with this one and with my Scotch Ale. So I got to get a 6-pack to him. We just keep missing each other. Unfortunately, he's been in and out of the hospital a few times too, and so sometimes when he is home, he doesn't have the energy to do all the cooking. And I just happened to be home today. So anyway, this is a decent beer. It's like I said, it's like a version 1. I'm going to make a few minor tweaks. One of them being the mash. I'm going to try and keep everything else the same. Maybe slightly increase the malt, the pale malt backbone by maybe half a pound. I don't want to make too many changes at once and understand, because my efficiency is the big thing I'm working on as well. And anyway, but yeah, again, if you live in Cincinnati and you want some of this or version 2 or whatever, let me know. All right, thanks for stopping by. See ya. Toby, you are unbelievably a nuisance.